guys, I'm Annabelle and welcome to Meeple Village. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing of The Witcher Old World and the Kickstarter expansions. I just got their game recently, was waiting for it for a while. I'm glad it's here. Now I get to share it with you guys. So join me at the table and let's see what's in the box. Okay, so we'll start with the core box, obviously, and nice art. He doesn't look like The Witcher I remember. I believe this is pre-Witcher, and that's why it's not the same guy, Henry Cavill, that we remember. But it's still like supposed to be I think I'm gonna enjoy it. Let me show you the back. Tons of miniatures, characters you can play as, and it's an open world kind of board game where you can just do whatever you want, pretty much. I think they kind of try to replicate the video game in that respect. It is 1 to 5 players. You guys know I love a solo game. Pretty long, 90 to 150 minutes, and ages 14 and up, which probably means that the instructions are going to be this thick. But I don't know. Let's find out together. So do you guys like The Witcher? If you do, what's your favorite Witcher video game? And are you watching or have you watched the series? And if you are, what do you think of the changes coming to the series on Netflix? Are you happy about the changes? Are you not happy? I think it's kind of hard to be happy about the changes because Henry Cavill is it's a geek. He's a board gamer like us. He likes geek things. He played the video games. So I think it's kind of hard to be happy about the changes, but they're happening. All right, so the first thing we find in this humongous box is, I would think this is the manual. Not that it says so, but and then this is how to store it because it's big. So let's take a look at the manual first. And I'll tell you, if this is the manual, it doesn't look that big. Let's see. Looks like it is. Here's the components. Game setup. Okay, this is starting to look doable. Here's the gameplay. Basics. Tons of icons. I mean, not tons. You want tons of icons. There are games that have a lot more. Dice poker, so you can play poker if you like, I guess. I don't know. There's movement and actions. Yeah, dice poker rules. All right. Guess we're going to be playing poker. Explore, exploration cards, resolving a quest. Because again, this is very open world, so you're probably going to have a card or something, and then you have to make a decision, and that will take you to the next thing. Drawing and gaining cards, of course, I'm just, I don't really know. There's going to be fights. Of course, it's The Witcher, right? Witcher's fight turn. Actually, it looks better than I thought it was going to look as far as complexity, unless the rules are really bad. Gaining trophies, fatigue. Oh, look at that. Players full turn. Okay, so I like I like that. Although that kind of tells me this is more complicated than I thought. And then here's the solo mode and the glossary. Yeah, not bad. And no help in the back of the book, but maybe there's some playing aid cards or something. So we're back in the box, and yeah, this just tells you how to store the components once you've taken everything out, which I might need right after this video. And the deluxe edition comes with these things. Okay, there we go. Okay, next up, I believe this is the map. And it's bigger than you think, guys. It's still going. Okay, there we go. And then just a quick look at what's coming. There's the miniatures. Okay, let's take a look at the board. This is probably going to take a lot of space on the table. And I believe it's upside down. Yeah. We'll fix it in a minute. Nothing in the back, it seems. Yeah, it's just, here's our world. Looks like you play on this side and then you keep track of stuff here. There's space for cards, space for more cards. So obviously none of this makes sense to me right now, but I see that there's a forest and a mountain, so different terrain and water. Yeah, so cool. Got a few tokens, so let's take a closer look at these. So I guess these are the monsters we're gonna be fighting, would be my guess. But yeah, I wonder if these come in miniatures as well. I guess maybe we'll find out together. And then there's more terrains over here. Some keywords. Those sound like the Witcher signs. Might be wrong. Not that many tokens. The back. Pretty much. Oh, there might be monster levels. Okay, cool. So next up is our favorite part, the miniatures. Let's see what's underneath this tray for a big tray. That's what it looks like underneath. We'll take a look at that in a moment, but first, we'll take this off. I like that the top of the tray has nice the board game name on it. All right, let's take a look at these together. Here's our first friend. Here's another one. They all look so friendly, right? I'm sorry that I don't know the names. I'm pretty sure some of you are dire like Witcher fans and you know the names of all these things. I really don't. I started playing the video game and I got stressed out, so I stopped. I've watched the Netflix series, but I can't remember everything and their names and stuff, and I'm gonna get them wrong. So maybe after I play the game, I will become familiar with everybody's name. This looks like some kind of insect. Back to the little guys. Another one of these. Well, I mean, I don't know if they're different. They kind of look same but not same. I mean, for what I can tell, there's only one of each, which is kind of cool. That you don't get multiples. Every monster seems different, and that doesn't happen often. Most of the time, you get like 6 of these little whatever this thing is. But it looks like in this game, everybody has their manticore. Is this a manticore? Could it be with horns? So yeah, every monster seems unique so far, at least. Look at that one with the little wolf. That's cool. These are gonna be awesome to paint if if one ever gets to that. This guy is like standing on a nice. I like it. Okay. All right. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. This is very nice. I mean, look at all the details. That's pretty cool. When I first saw this, I thought he had a book in his face. I don't know what that is, but I was like, what is this, like the librarian turned evil? Some kind of, I would say, werewolf, but are there werewolves in The Witcher? I don't know the answer to that question, but you might. And there's some kind of ghost, I would think, apparition. And look at this friendly little guy. He hasn't eaten much. So there's that. Look at the detail on the bottom. Like, you don't have to create your own base for this guy. And this guy has some kind of gills. But look again, look at the detail. Look at that skull down there. That's pretty cool. Okay, is that a hammer on this person's head? Is this the Witcher's take on Hammerhead from Star Wars? That'd be kind of cool. Look at all the stuff this person has here on their belt. Nice. Or, I mean, I don't know that I can call this a person. Here's some kind of dragon. One thing we haven't done is check if these things have a name on the bottom, which I usually do. So, well, they don't, so it's okay. I remember one time when I was almost done with the miniatures. They were buildings, and then when I looked on the bottom of one of them, they had the names, and I felt so terrible that I missed that the whole unboxing. I didn't show you guys the name of the buildings. But that's the thing about unboxings. You can only do them once, because once it's unboxed, you can put it back in the box. Look at her. She's got a lantern. She's ready to go. Some kind of night monster. Like even this guy, he has a lantern too, but it's not the same as the monster we just saw. This one plays the guitar apparently, or the ukulele, or has carrying a rock on their back for whatever reason. That is really appreciated and something that I hope other games take note of. That make unique miniatures. You know, we like that. This bird certainly looks like it's gonna give us a hard time. Yeah. Okay, and the last one here, this guy is either trying to copy Fantasia, Mickey from Fantasia, or he is wearing the cone of shame. He did not behave in school. I don't know which one it is, but yeah, nice hat, dude. All right, so we're back in the box. Tons of cards, a couple more miniatures. I guess we'll start with this tray. I always try to leave the cards for last. If you've seen some of my other unboxings. There's our characters. All right, so in this little tray we have, I would think these are the players we can play as, and then there's some custom dice, your markers for your characters, a whole ton of cubes. So let's take a closer look. Assortment of cubes in cool colors, I would say, really dark, kind of Witcher colors. Some dice with 4, a star, 3 maybe, a 1. Okay, I see what you're doing here. That would be a 6. That's a 2. Well, that can't be a 6. What's that? Oh, that's a 5. We have these white ones that I believe have the same faces, just different color. Okay, here are our heroes. Hero number 2. Another one. Sword in hand, ready to sprint. Oh, I like this one. Cool. It reminds me of Celine from Underworld. I think that's why I like it. And this one is, I'm guessing, more prone to magic. Look at that. He's ready to do the Witcher sign things. All right, next up, we're going to go through our characters. Check out who we can play as. Let me show you that. I have, what is this? Huh. All right, I'll show you these in a minute. Okay, so now we're going to find out the names of all those miniatures we just looked at. All right, looks like there's some indentation, so the tokens, the cubes, don't move about. And some information back probably has stuff that you can slide under, would be my guess. Yeah, of course the stats and everything. We'll just take a closer look at all of them. Okay, so here is Jasper from the School of the Viper. And there's a Viper up there. There's his level, combat, defense, and then there's some stuff on the bottom. Okay, there's Aram, Wolf. Okay. We've got the School of the Griffin. School of the Cat. And it looks like that's on the right hand side there's some abilities, because the other one had magic, this one has speed. So there's some asymmetric powers going on here. And the School of the Bear. And then there's these little tokens that I showed you earlier. Let's take a closer look at each one of them. I'm not sure what this thing is. Having a hard time. I don't know what the right side up is. And it seems to be same. Is it the wolf? Am I looking at it like that maybe? Or the cat? Could be, because this seems like the viper. So, okay, there's the... Okay, I see it now. So these are plastic, but nice. Nice that they have your school there. So they're the same on both sides. But then this one's different. Like some kind of armor, I would think. I'm not sure. Okay, and now we're gonna go through the cards. We're gonna do this quickly because we still haven't even opened the expansion. So we're just, and also the one thing about cards is that I think that they have the most spoiling, and I don't like spoilers. I don't know about you. So I'll show them to you, but we'll go through them real quick. You can pause it if you like. I like the nice art that is full card, no frame. I'll tell you, the cards are nice and sturdy. They're not like flimsy. Very well done. Let's see what's in the back of these. Oh, okay. Stories, apparently. I also don't want to like change the order. Okay, this is nothing here in the back. Stories. Or crossbow. Okay. Well, if you've heard me and Board Game Grand or Girly Gamer Angela talk, I've always said that if there's a crossbow, it's a good movie, it's a good game. Crossbow gets me in the door. All right, and it looks like parts of the story, you'll just look for that number and read that card. And yeah, this is going to be a lot of reading because this is a story-driven game where you're creating a story as you explore the world. So it makes sense. Yep. Oh, there's a little bit of art there. Show it to you. Okay. Now the back. I'm not really sure what all these bags mean. I am really happy with the art choice. When there is art, how the cards look. That is pretty, pretty cool looking art, if you ask me. So, voice lower because there's actually art to look at. All right, here we go. So some multiples. Don't know what these things do. I don't know if the cards driven by like actions are in the cards, or I have no idea why these have such pretty art, but I'll take it. Back. Huh. Sorry guys, can't help you with these. Is this a deck builder now? Right, more cards with art, multiples, more story. Okay, we'll skip those. Go. Okay. Yeah, pretty much same as before, different backs that I have no idea what they mean. This is deck number 3, trying to keep them separate because I don't know. Sometimes, sometimes games tell you, get the deck that has this thing on top and use it for your first game. So I don't want to mix them up too much. But again, just letting you look at the beautiful art. Some of it is dark, which again makes sense for a Witcher game. All the same back. Yep. A few more where that came from. There's just so many that I can't hold them all in my hand. I have to split them into 2 groups so I can show you. Big Griffin, huh? And then more story. Back. Oh, right here's the last one. A couple of monsters. A couple of who knows what. More story. Different back altogether. Okay, the different schools apparently. And a bit more of that. Here's some stuff with art. I haven't even read the cards to try and figure out what they are. I usually try to figure out what is this equipment, that, the other. There's so many that I didn't even try this time. And that's everything that comes in the core box, but now we have to go dig into the expansion, which, I mean, I'm already thinking we have enough game in that core box, but the expansion does bring Ciri, and if you love The Witcher, then you probably love Ciri. So let's check out what's in this box. So again, we got Monster Trail, we got Adventure Bag, we got Wild Hunt. Those are the different expansions. There's Ciri and a Lost Mount, which is a horse on top of a house for some reason. Same number of players, same everything, because it just gives you more stuff to do when you're done with the other box, or probably you can mix them together. Would be my assumption. But yeah, same number of players, 1 to 5, 90 to 150 minutes. Oof. And you know that's a lie. You know when they say 90 minutes, it really means like 4 hours. 90 minutes if you know all the cards and what they do and how to play well. All right, first thing we find, the manual apparently, or just Ciri, last mount, setup changes, okay. And there is something to open, hold on. So this is all about Ciri. They put her first. Oh no, these are everything. There's the components that come in here. Yeah, gameplay changes and stuff. Okay, so I guess I will probably play with the core box first before I start changing things up. Okay, next up, Monster Trail. So I'm guessing the expansion story, components for that, game modes. Okay, yeah. Monster weakness, special attacks, and then Wild Hunt, another expansion. I guess they just put all the expansions in one box, which is smart, and I appreciate it because I don't want to have 5 different boxes with different expansions of the same game. So I appreciate that. And finally, we have some information that's actually important in the back. Like, well, I mean, not that the credits are not important, but that is helpful when you're playing. Wild Hunt fight, the player's fight turn, etc., winning and losing, all here in the back of the book. All right, back in the box, we get tokens, and then after that, have new characters that we can play as, and minis, and all kinds of fun stuff. Look at how many cards. Like, we didn't have enough cards already. Wow. Here's all the tokens. Let's take a closer look. They don't seem too thrilling. More of those different locations. Not sure what those symbols mean. And pretty similar on the back with the, looks like the monster levels, I would think. Here's Siri. She is from the Lady of Space and Time. She doesn't have a school. Yeah, okay. And there's also Alvar from the School of the Manticore. He looks cool. We have these big cards that we haven't seen before. Little card that we haven't seen before. Some standees for your players. More cubes. I'm not even going to show you those up close. I will show you the miniatures up close and the cards though. So let's get the tray. And I like that the tray comes out. So you can actually have it on the table so you can have your monsters more accessible. So there's the tray without it. There's the mount. Let's take a closer look. There's friendly creatures. One has like a friendly face. Looks like straight out from Lord of the Rings. There's our very agile horse that somehow got up there. I'm guessing this is Siri. I'm terrible at these things. You don't have a name? No, you don't. That does what? He doesn't have a face. Well, you know what? It'll make it easier to paint him. Painting faces is so hard. Okay, very nice. Love the detail on the minis, and again, they are all unique. We haven't seen any that look exactly the same, which is great. This one looks like our other hero. Was it Alvar? Something like that? Nice. I think these look similar to the first ones we looked at. Could it be they're actually doubles after all? He looks like some kind of king. Yeah, this looks familiar too, but I don't know if it's exactly the same. I would have to go compare because I don't really, I like details, but I don't pay attention that much when I'm showing you guys. But yeah, if they're not the same, they're strangely similar. Maybe these guys come in hordes. That's what I'm guessing. Go, last one. Now for this big cards that I don't remember seeing in the core box. See how I can slide them. Again, nice feel to them. All right, some kind of charts. I'm not sure, but yeah, it looks like maybe player aids. Wow, or maybe these are the Monsters AI cards. And they tell you what to do. That print is tiny. Okay. All right, there's I guess another game coming. Continue your adventure in Gwent, and it's sealed. I guess you get a Gwent card, and then some more cards. Again with art. Oh, similar art. I don't know if these are like the basic moves. There's our hero. And they're color coded as well, I would think. Yes. You know, like every symbol, every color, everything on the cards, or at least I don't understand it yet. But if you'd like to see a playthrough of this one, let me know. I will be reading and trying it on my own, starting some kind of adventure. I don't know if there's a campaign to this, but I do know that it's a long game. So I will definitely love playing it for you guys if you're interested. I also already played the old Witcher game, which is called the Witcher Adventure Game. There's a playthrough here on Meeple Village, so you can take a look at that and at least get some more Witcher content while I get this one ready. And I do enjoy I did enjoy the Witcher the adventure game. Maybe a little slow at times, but I did feel like the mechanics were right up my alley, where you're rolling dice and trying to complete quests. And it's a race to who completes more quests faster. A certain amount of points you got to get. I do believe that this one is going to be more about the story. Although, I mean, there will be fighting and stuff, but it just looks to me like that open world exploration. And look at all the story we get in these cards. I mean, I haven't really needed to show you much because a lot of cards is just tiny little text that we'll be reading together when we run through the game, if you guys are again interested in that. Also spoilers. You see, I haven't even paid attention, but what is that? Why is it in a different language? Okay, I will not question that. This is the back of them, I guess. Yeah. Then hopefully this is in English. Yeah, okay. Players who agree. Okay, so I wonder what happens when you're playing solo, because you always agree when you're playing solo, don't you? I know I do. Although sometimes I am conflicted between choices, I'll be honest. Is it in English here? Nope. Well, I guess it's the game's initials. The Witcher Old World. 3 out of 4. Something like that. But hey, if you want to take a closer look, just pause. I just don't want to spoil it for those people that don't like spoilers. And yeah, it looks like it's all just story here. Okay, guys, and that's everything that comes in the boxes for The Witcher Old World. I hope you guys enjoy it, and don't forget, subscribe to Meeple Village if you want to see a run through of this. Make sure you're subscribed. If you haven't followed us already, we are on Twitter and we are on Instagram, so you can follow us there as well. I'll see you guys on the next one, but until then, may you play more games.